Hey guys, welcome back to part 2. So this is all about authority biases and where they kind of come from. This one, a little bit of a sensitive topic here. We're going to talk about sexual tension towards staff. Now, when I say like sexual tension, stuff like that, like I'm not talking about innocent flirting or anything like that. I'm not talking about, likability here. Some managers just get along better with staff because personalities sync up better. I'm not talking about those little things here, okay? What I'm referring to is when somebody in a position of power is like basically using a sexual manner or mannerism to either persuade or motivate staff. So like if you have a boss that says, you know what, you can get a promotion around here if you just do a little something. If that's not okay. Propositioning a staff member so that they can get ahead, that's not okay.
No.
Okay? It's not okay to stare. When you're in a position of power, you can't be a creeper, okay? You can't stare at all the girls' butts, okay? Or you can't, grab the stock boy's dick or something. Like, you can't do these things, okay? You're in a position of fucking power.
Yeah.
And if you get caught staring at girls' asses or, propositioning somebody or, it's not gender bias either. Men get fucking sexually harassed quite a bit. We just don't complain about it because people usually make a joke out of it. But it all happens, and none of it's okay. If you're a manager, supervisor, person in an authority position, don't fucking be a creep. I'm sure we both had our equal share of creepy bosses like sexualizing us or something, or sexualizing other staff in front of us.
Yeah. I've had this kind of done to me, but I've also seen it being done to other people, and also I've heard about it being done to other people. And it is very creepy, especially if the guy is already creepy. To see it being done to somebody, I think it makes it a little more uncomfortable for the person that's seeing it being done than it's happened. Like, because if the manager's like looking at like a girl's ass and you're seeing it, that girl doesn't know that manager's doing that. So
it's like, do you point it out or
like, I didn't know.
How do you point it out if you decide to point it out?
Yeah, right? And I've been in that like situation before, but like I think with me though, because I do speak my mind, I was just like, that manager is doing that and like staring at your ass, right? And they'll be like, no, and I'll be like, yeah, he was, and they'll be, that is disgusting, and like what. And obviously, like, we talked about it, and then it's up to them if they want to go and, like, report it or whatever. But I've definitely heard and seen.
Yeah. I saw it, too. Like, I've seen people, proposition others. I've seen people, stare creepishly, grab, things like that. And it's just not okay. Make comments that are just not okay. Like, if you're in a position of power, like, you don't go up to somebody who's maybe mildly violating the dress code and tell them they look like a dumb slut.
No.
You don't do that. Okay.
But especially, like, I think that you shouldn't be, okay, I get it that, like, guys and girls, like, sometimes, you see a very attractive person and it's a little hard not to look.
No, it's human nature.
Yes, and I completely understand that. That's fine. But if you're going beyond that and say you're married, I don't think that that's okay at all. That is just disrespectful to, like, the person that you're married to, the person that you're staring at, like, people around that are seeing it. Like, it's just all around disrespectful. And if you're a person in power, like a manager or whatever...
you're supposed to be a role model then.
You're supposed to be a role model.
Are you telling your staff it's okay to creep on and stare at people? Because that's the message you're sending. Yeah. No, it's messed up. And honestly, guys, do better. Okay? Girls are more than just a piece of meat. Okay, just because they have a nice butt doesn't mean you get to stare at it constantly. Doesn't mean you get to fucking drool over it. Nothing like that. Don't be a creeper.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Okay.
It's like literally just don't be creepy.
And like
if
think
you're not
about
creepy,
it.
You're fine.
Yeah, and like think about it this way: if you're married, like if you're a guy and you're married, do you want somebody staring at your wife like that, or like, you know, do you have a sister? Do you want guys staring at your sister like that, or your daughter, or whatever? Like, just don't be doing it. Like,
no,
you know, I have sons. But I don't want my sons treat women like that. So, of course, like, I got to be a role model, right? And I don't want to treat women like that in the first place.
No.
But, you know, respect is taught. And, you know, you have to approach everything correctly. Like, it's okay to be attracted to a woman. It's okay to be attracted to a guy.
Mm-hmm.
But how you act on those feelings, how you react to those things, how you, like, conduct yourself, that's all very important, and that's the make or break. Because if you're a manager, like, that doesn't mean you're not allowed to be attracted to anybody. It just really means, you know, be respectful about it.
Mm-hmm.
Be, you know, take the proper approaches.
Well,
set
like,
your boundaries, all these things.
Yeah, like, because, like, you know, there are managers that are very creepy and don't really do it right, but there's also managers that do it right, and yeah, they're pretty much like all married, but like I said, there's some that do it wrong, some that do it right, and the ones that do it right, obviously, like, you know, like, I guess, yeah, everybody likes them, like, they don't feel like they're being creeped on, they don't feel creepy, it's just, like, kind of, I guess, fun banter, maybe, like, I don't know how exactly to explain it, but if you do it correctly, then technically everyone's happy, you know what I mean?
Well, because it's out of like a respect thing. Like even if you are flirting with somebody, but you're showing them the respect and everything, they're not going to feel creeped out about your flirt because they don't. Yeah, they don't feel that. You're not projecting that, right?
Yeah,
like,
you just have to do it correctly, and if you don't know how to do it correctly, I would say learn. But if people are like really maybe awkward around you, or you've heard that they think you're creepy, then you're creepy. You should probably work on that. But you know, obviously you're doing it wrong. Then if you're wondering if you are doing it wrong, then that's a tell. But
yeah, well, and honestly, like most of the people who are likable, most of the people who get away with flirting and stuff like that, it's because, you know, they're comfortable with themselves. They have self-confidence. They have respect. They have all these things that just make people feel safe and welcomed. Yeah. Like, if you're going to flirt with somebody, the first thing you have to do is make that person feel safe. Like, that your flirt's not going to turn into something scary. Right? Yeah, no. You know, that's number one rule right there, is make people feel safe, and then that way your flirts are going to be... Because if you're sitting there and you're just like, you know, if I'm just like, hey, did you fall out of a vending machine? Because you a snack. Okay. Now, if you say that with like some confidence and some fun, and you're not being like too, you're gonna get a laugh, right? But if I'm just like, did you fall out of a vending machine?
Oh, and
you're a snack.
Oh, and there are people.
I'm not that person.
No, he's not that person. But
I'm the first one.
There are people that do it that way, and they actually think that's okay.
Yeah.
They think that's funny, and I'm like,
it's not.
It's not funny. It is creepy as all
That's
hell.
why I did both, because I want you guys to see the difference. See, like, I can be like, it's fine, but it's second I'm just like,
like, honestly, a big thing that makes things creepy is, like, eye contact. Language. Like, it's too much eye contact. Like, if you're staring, or like when you're talking to someone and you're literally just staring and you don't fucking blink, and you don't move your eyes around or anything, you're just strictly just right on that person staring, and you're staring almost like kind of like, you're not actually drooling, but it's like a drooling kind of face. Yeah. That is fucking creepy as all hell. Don't do that. Like, confidence is what is the right thing to do. If you don't have confidence in yourself, don't even fucking bother flirting. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's just gonna come across creepy.
Yeah. And that's like with a lot of things in life too. Like, there's ways to like do pretty much anything normal, and then you can also do pretty much anything creepy. Yeah. Right? Like, I've seen people get up and move in creepy ways. And it's like, how do you fuck that up?
I know. I've seen people walk creepy. They're not even looking at me, and I've seen them walk creepy. And it's like,
just like, how do you fuck that up?
I think that they're trying to be confident, but they're like trying to cover up if they're not confident. And I think that's what comes across that way.
Yeah, but there's like even just behaviors that are just downright weird. Like for myself, like, okay, I've seen this before where people do this. Okay, like here's an example. Okay, I remember this was back in the day. A guy literally was just getting up to leave, and he made it creepy. Like, you know, get up and leave. It's something simple, right? See you later. Easy. Mm-hmm. This dude was straight up like, bye.
Oh!
The fuck is that? And I've seen girls do stuff like that too. It's not just guys. I remember one time this girl was like, this was back when I was managing retail stores, and this girl sitting there whole time I was working. You're me. You're me. I'm the girl. You're me. Yeah.
Yeah. Just staring at you the whole time. That's creepy.
And then she did this occasionally.
That is oh my god. No.
And then she did this. Bye. Wait. Okay. And I had same person came back like a week later.
That is just...
And then the way they left. I'm gonna creep the audience out right now. This is how they left. Okay, they were like. It was weird, girls. Don't do that. Guys think we're gonna like hang out with you and end up in a basement somewhere. Don't do it.
But there's nothing attractive about that. There's just like,
no.
I don't understand the mindset behind that, because on both sides, you should be confident. Guys should be confident. Girls should be confident. If you're not confident, that's what you get.
Yeah. Like, being creepy is not, it doesn't have a gender bias thing. You're going to make people feel like you're going to wind up in a basement. It doesn't matter what it is. Okay? This is not Silence the Lambs, people. Stop being creepy. If you can't not be creepy, stick to yourself. Just who you are. This is your world right here. Mm-hmm. Just be you. Okay?
Yeah.
Don't be that guy or girl.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
Okay? And, yeah, work on yourself if that's the case, because... obviously, that's what you need. Is you need some self-confidence. Okay, you need some social skills, some social development. Okay, sometimes it's not about confidence. Sometimes it is about social development. Sometimes you just, you know. And the only way to learn social development is to be social. I get that, but you know what? There are places you can go for socially awkward people to help develop your social skills. Okay. Oh, actually, I don't know. I find this creepy. I've heard this. Maybe I don't want your opinion on this. Okay. Online dating. You've been talking to a girl for like 10 minutes, if that. Don't invite her to your house. Do you know how many like women have told me that they get these guys and they talk for like 5-10 minutes, and then the guy's like, yeah, so you want to come over? This woman has only known you for 5 minutes. You really think that that's okay?
No.
I want your opinion on that, because I think that's creepy.
That is it. It is creepy, but it's also like okay, yes, I've had that happen, and obviously I turn that way. Like, just no.
Yeah.
But for me, like, I think like it's more of okay, this guy's not serious. He just wants to fuck me, which I don't go for. That's not. I mean, some girls might, but. That's not why I'm talking to them. That's not why, you know, I'm not on that app to just go and fool around. Some people are, but I'm not one of them. And it's so annoying to get stuff like that. But like stuff like, oh, I need cuddles, I want snuggles, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, is there anybody on here that's serious? Like, yeah. It's just almost a waste of time when that happens.
Wasn't there a guy who asked you what you think about when you like he was talking about like snuggling naked or something?
There probably was.
Like, I don't know if you remember that. I remember you telling me something about that or whatever. It was just like, are you kidding me, guy?
There was
like,
some weird...
We're going to have some brass balls on that one.
Yeah, like some, I guess you could say that's confidence, but again, if you're jumping... if you're jumping to that, like, instantly to something that's like, oh, like, come fuck me, or I want snuggles, and blah, like, we're not stupid. Like, we know what that means. We know what you want. And, like, honestly, for me, I want, like, a genuine, actual, like, conversation. Get to know me. I get to know you. And then, like, you go out or whatever, I'm not on there to just go fool around. Like...
Yeah, see, to me, if you're going to do stuff like that, like be intimate, whatever, when you look at that person in the eyes, the first thought in your head shouldn't be, what was their last name again? Okay, it should be like, you should want that person. There should be like, your heart is supposed to change. Like you're supposed to, and I don't know, these people nowadays are so fed up, or not fed up, sorry, they're so wound up in this hookup culture. I'm the one fed up with it. I think hookup culture is fucking stupid.
I do too.
But, they're so wound up in this hookup culture and like, fucking gotta have that independence. And like, do you guys not understand that you can have independence and be in a loving relationship?
Mm-hmm. But nobody seems to see it that way, and it just drives me nuts. That's why it's so hard nowadays to find anyone. And you're a genuine person looking for a genuine connection and something real.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so disheartening and disappointing, and just when you're like talking to these guys, and then you find out all they want to do is basically sleep with you, and it's like, that's not why you're on there, and you waste, like, obviously you're not talking to them for too long, but if you are talking to someone for a little bit, and then all they want is that, it's like, oh, great, I wasted my time again, like,
yeah.
I would love to find somebody that's actually wanting something real, not this bullshit hookup crap that I've never been into and never will be into that. I want something real. Yeah.
Well, it's funny because, like, from my perspective on all of that, too, there's so many, like, unrealistic standards, too. Like, it's on my side of it. Like, you guys are, a lot of guys don't really care what you guys make or anything like that. They just want sex, which is not okay. And then on our side of it, it's just like, you have to be, certain height, certain physical build, certain bank account balance, certain type of job. Like, you can't, you have to drive a certain kind of, like, heaven forbid, I feel bad for? Okay, I feel bad for the minimum wage guys driving an old Honda Civic, because they ain't getting shit, especially if they're under 6 feet tall. All right, they ain't getting nothing. Okay, they're going to take what they can get because it's scarce.
But that's just sad, though. Like,
and I'll play devil's advocate here, okay? There is some truth to why women go for fit, tall guys, okay? It's actually a genetic component, okay? It's because instinctively, as mammals, we are driven to, like, the stronger people, okay? So I'm sorry, if you're 5'5" and 120 pounds guy, you're going to have a harder time about it because you do not portray that protector, strong genes vibe that you have going on, okay? Like, there's a reason. You hear about, like, Viking culture, for example, like Scandinavian people. Like, do you know why all of those guys are big guys? And I don't mean, like, big. I mean, like, big, okay? Big. It's because over the centuries, they basically bred good genes into them by breeding out the bad genes. Hey, you got a little 5'2" guy. Sorry, dude. You're gonna have a harder time with it. But also, there should be like a window, in my opinion. If a guy treats you really well and he's 5'10", 5'11", date the fucking guy. It's not gonna kill you if he's 2 inches shorter than that, whatever.
Right.
But there is some fairness. There is some, genetic components to why women go for guys like that. The bank account thing, knock it the fuck off, ladies. Okay, if his bills are paid, if he's got a little bit of money for some fun, his priorities are right, who gives a flying fuck?
Yeah.
Okay? If he owns a Fortune 500 company or works construction, just fucking, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
His characteristics should matter, not his bank account.
No, I agree. Like, with a lot of what you said, like, yeah, okay. Like,
well,
the Viking look, yeah, I'm a sucker for that too.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
But the genetic thing go both ways, because like guys will go for like fitter girls. Like I'm not fat shaming here at all. I'm not. Don't come at me in the comments, okay?
He's really not.
This is not about fat shaming. This is about, taking care of yourself, okay? People who take care of themselves, who prioritize health, they're gonna be fitter. Okay.
They'll be healthy in whatever body type they are.
Yeah,
they'll be healthy.
Their body type changes, and that's fine. I don't give a shit what your body type is. Fit, healthy, that goes for all body types. Okay. But guys do it too. Okay, that's because we want a woman who knows how to take care of herself, who knows how to be that type of person. Because we don't want. Look, if we want kids, we'll have kids. We're not going to date one that we have to basically treat like a kid, okay? That's just not how it's going to be for guys. So I think the whole physical aspect of it, it's fucking important.
Yeah, but I agree. It is fucking important, but I don't think that the whole money thing should be thrown in there. Like you said, I think if you have a good job, who the fuck cares?
It should be physics. It should be physical, okay, and characteristics, and chemistry, okay? Those are the three things that you guys should be looking for. And bank account balance does not fit into those.
No.
Okay? Whether he drives a Honda Civic or a fucking Audi R8, it's not. It's fine. Okay? Don't judge a guy for that. Yeah, just girls don't get judged. I know guys don't usually do it, but don't do it for the girls either, okay? The only thing guys, the only thing you need to look out for is gold diggers. Okay? Girl who has nothing and takes everything, that's bad. Girl who has nothing except a big heart, come on, man. She's good.
Well, yeah, for sure. And I get it. Like for guys and girls,
there's some risk.
There is risk because you don't necessarily know at the beginning, so you kind of have to feel it out. Sometimes some people, unfortunately, are really good at hiding these unfortunate flaws. Well, I don't think I call them flaws, I just call them fucked up things. But anyway.
Yeah. And a lot of times those people who are good at that end up in, authority positions, too.
But still, regardless, you find a good person, guy, girl, whatever, you find a good one, give them the benefit of the doubt, Usually, if it's not a good person, the ball's gonna drop. It's not gonna take that long. You're gonna have to feel it out for a little bit, but if it's a good person, that ball is never gonna drop. It's just not, because that person is already good. That person already has good values. Yeah. They actually like you and care about you. Maybe even love you. And you're gonna know after, I don't know, few months.
Well, yeah, it doesn't take long. And but the two things you're saying about the ball dropping, everything like that, there's only two things you really need to be watching for on that one, okay? And that is the person's authenticity, okay? Yeah. And use it to filter out, things that are imperfections. Like a good guy, okay, he's gonna piss you off every now and then. He's gonna screw up. that doesn't. You can't say that that's the shoe falling off or the ball dropping.
No.
Okay. That's why I say you got to measure his authenticity, right? Because nobody's perfect. A good woman is going to upset a guy. It's going to happen. A good guy is going to upset a woman.
Yeah.
And that was judge people by their authenticity, and businesses. Okay, if people are. You gotta screen who you put in charge, because some people who are in charge definitely deserve to be where they are, and others really don't. It's relationship wise, managerial wise. Screen, figure it out. Give people the honest to God chance, but if they're not fit to be a manager, and they're going to be in there, you know, giving the girl with the nice butt all the favorite stuff and all the bonuses and perks, but the other girl that's not flirting with him gets nothing. That's not fair. Okay, the girl, like, just let them do their jobs.
All right, guys. So that wraps up part 2 of this series. We hope you enjoyed it and that you'll come back again. So with that being said, don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons down below, as well as the notification bell so that you never miss a new video. And remember to keep it simple and stay humble.
Bye.
Bye.